Welcome to the Field of 68. Tommy Lloyd, Arizona head coach. It is the last Pac-12 Media Day. We're actually here in Las Vegas. I know it looks like
tearing up. I don't know if you can see it in my eyes here. I'm tearing up a little bit.
Doesn't take much to make you cry.
No, it does not. It does not.
Hallmark Channel guy.
Yeah, all the time. I'm always watching the Hallmark Channel. That's right.
You have no idea how many times I'm an Arizona guy. Do you accept the fact that he's claiming Arizona?
No.
Wow, look at this. I get no gear.
He is an Arizona
nothing.
guy. Yeah. No, he's an Arizona guy. But that's what I told him. I don't need him to be a homer, but I also don't need him to be adversarial with our fan base. Like, oh my goodness. So, but I get, hey, you're in the business. You got to drive clicks. And,
here we go.
And you're Jeff Goodman, and you got a shtick.
Here we go. There's no shtick.
You kind of got a shtick, though.
You're back in the You're back in the top 25. You're back in my top 25.
How much sleep did I tell you I was going to lose over that this summer? None.
I
think
zero.
I gained sleep
Zero.
over it, actually.
Zero.
It was like, help me rest better.
Honestly, though, this team, again, what you did last year, and I've said this to everybody, what you've done in your first couple of years is amazing. Because, again, I think a lot of people thought it was going to be a major rebuild. It's going to take time, and it didn't. You hit the ground running, and what you've been able to do the first 2 years is amazing. Now, again, you kind of revamped the team again, more athletic. I mean, that was one of the things you wanted to focus on, right? Getting guys that could a little more athletic, beat guys off the bounce a little bit. I mean, the transfers you brought in are going to be impact transfers, aren't they?
Yeah, but I was really proud of last year's team. And it's not just coach speak. I mean, that's college basketball. What's fun is every year is going to be a little bit different. And we had a team last year that was kind of built the way it was. And listen, we were in the top 10 for most of the year. And we had some good moments. We were, kind of got a little bit beat up at the end. We didn't play well at the right moment. I needed to do some things to increase our margin for error. But listen, Kerr Kriisa was a really good player for us. Courtney Ramey, Cedric Henderson. These guys really, really helped us, kind of stabilize our program when maybe it could have been a year you took a little dip. And obviously, Julius Tabelas had a player of the year type season, but, Hawkes deserved getting it because his team won the conference by 4 games. And so I was really proud of them. And then, shifting forward, I felt really good in the offseason. I did, because even before we had all these guys, because I just feel like if I had a core of Kylan Boswell coming back, which should be his freshman year, but he has a year under his belt now. Pella Larson and Umar Ballo, with a few of the younger guys we have coming up in the program that were there. I felt like that was like a core that could be like a top 10 type team. Now, you had to add the right pieces, but I felt pretty good about it. So I wasn't like freaking out, and we have a little bit of a plan, believe it or not. It doesn't always work, mind you. I mean, that's it. But we had a little bit of a plan how we wanted to rebuild the team, and we were lucky. Come on, to get a kid like Jaden Bradley, you're lucky. I mean, we recruited him hard the first time around. Lost a tough recruiting battle at Alabama. He decides to transfer, and we get him this time around. Great. Caleb, great. Keyshawn, great. And some of the kids we brought in, the younger kids.
How's Caleb been? Because again, I've been critical and probably unjustly to some degree, and I'll apologize.
Did he
for that.
just admit that? And was that apology?
Yes, I just said.
Let me set this.
I'll
mic
apologize. I'll apologize.
I'm giving you a hard time because I love you.
I've heard rave reviews about how good he's been.
Thank you for saying that. And you and I had a conversation about that. And I know you're in a business where you have to have an opinion. And you and I are friends, even though we kind of have an on-camera deal. But we're friends.
Except for that one time. The one time at the WCC tournament. I don't know if
I'm
not sure we were friends.
That's a different podcast. No, we were totally friends. Huh? We were totally friends.
For that moment? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was fun. That was fun. And it's a great story. We'll tell later.
We will tell later. Yes.
Maybe that one's told from Dirtbag stuff.
Okay.
No, you made me lose my train of thought.
I don't know where the hell I was going.
Where were we going?
We were talking Caleb.
Yeah, no, Caleb. So listen, Caleb has had, it's been a little bit of a roller coaster. And he's had some amazing moments, in college basketball. He's had some tough moments, and that comes with the territory a little bit when you go to a place like Carolina, and he understands that, and I think he understands. He probably had a part to play in everything that happened, and but he's probably not fully to blame for everything that happened. He's somebody that everyone in college basketball should be rooting for. this is a sport built around young men who are developing. And I get it that hey, you're out there, you're getting NIL now. I mean, you can be a target. Okay, that's fine because that's part of the real world. But also, we should be pulling for these kids to be successful. And for him, let's hope he bounces back.
Yep.
I think he's going to, and let's celebrate it if he does. And this young man goes on to have a great life and does great things because hey, we've all had ups and downs in our lives, and don't you want people rooting for you?
Yeah, I'd love.
I know
somebody
you're
to
not
root
used
for
to
me.
people rooting for you.
I would love to have
like,
somebody root
like
for me.
I would
Anybody.
love to just to hear what the fans are saying when your team's playing slow pitch softball.
In all seriousness, though, when you are a guy like Caleb Love that is in the spotlight the way that he was in the spotlight at a program like North Carolina, making the run to the Final Four like they did, and then being preseason #1 and not having it turn out that way, how important is having a fresh start like that? Like sometimes you just need to cut ties and start over.
Well, I think a little bit of that, and he deserves a second chance, and so I think it's really important, and he's been excited, for his fresh start. We fully embraced him, and I think he's embraced being at Arizona, and he's never spoken ill word about North Carolina, and I think he had a lot of great experiences there, and so I mean it's hard, but when you play at a place like a Carolina or something like that, there's some scrutiny that comes with it. And especially when you're preseason #1, coming off the run they made, and when your team isn't successful, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people took a lot of heat, and he was one of them. And so
he took the brunt of it. He did. He probably took the brunt of it.
Yeah, well,
and that's hard for a kid. No, you're right.
Yeah,
Listen.
and we don't. I mean, for us, we're onward and upward. I mean, I've had zero concerns. He's been nothing but a great teammate and a joy to be around every day. I mean, he lets me coach him hard. He lets me hold him accountable, and I love him for that.
So I talked to Mick earlier about, I mean, again, listen, I'm an Arizona guy. I want to see Arizona play UCLA every year.
The Arizona guy.
No, but it's true. Like,
can we get him a T-shirt that says I'm an Arizona guy?
And we'll sell one.
Yeah.
One.
I was
copy.
there when Don
one
McLean
copy. Bro tank, you thinking? Like,
I was there when Don McLean went for whatever it was, 40 some odd points, and ended the streak. That rivalry needs to continue, in my opinion. Is it going to continue? I know you guys have talked about
I hope so. I think we just need to sit down and hammer it out. I mean, we I know we exchanged a few messages over the course of the summer, and we were on a foreign tour, then he was on a foreign tour, and so we just need to get together. But I think the main thing is we probably both want to get a real feel and figure out what is our next step in our conference.
Before you agree.
You feel? Yeah, I mean, listen, we're going to play. I mean, Arizona and UCLA need to play. We both know that. We both acknowledge it. We both want to do it. And now it's just a matter of figuring out how it's going to look.
You mentioned Kadeem Johnson, transfer coming in from San Diego State. I'm very curious to see how you will utilize him because I think it brings a different dynamic than what you've had, especially last season when you kind of had the two big bodies. You got someone a little bit more athletic, maybe a little bit more switchable. How do you see him fitting into what you want to do?
Well, he's been a great fit, and he's different than Zoo, and that's a good thing too. I mean, Zoo was a great player for us. I mean, we're lucky to have him. I forget, man, when I kind of rewatch a clip from last year, you see something like, man, could that guy run? Yeah. And he could run the floor, and in our system, that's so important. Key's gonna play that position his own way, and he's been great. And I just want to say, he came from a great program and was really well coached, and he values the right things, which says something about his character and the way he was coached. And we're fortunate to get him at this point of his career, and he's been excited to be to Arizona. We've loved having him, and our fans are gonna absolutely love him because he's a guy that is all about the blue collar work, but he's talented enough to make high impact, highlight type plays. So it's gonna be a ton of fun having him out there with us.
All right, here's the biggest thing. So at the Final Four this year, I have an idea. I've had an idea, okay? In Phoenix, we are going to get a Field of 68 head coaches pickleball tournament, okay? I understand you play a little bit, a lot. You don't play a little bit, you play a lot.
I mean, it depends on what a lot is.
I know. I think it's a lot.
To play.
I think you're out there.
and generally I play with a lot better players.
Are you
So-
any
so
good?
generally-
Are you good?
They call me the common denominator.
Okay. Okay.
And that usually means there's a lot of losses associated with whoever plays with me. So
What's your rating? Do you have like they have these numbers now?
average to below average.
No, they have numbers. It's like a
and
3.5 to 4.0.
I don't know. I mean, I
You know,
wouldn't
you're
even
so
know.
full of crap. You know all this.
I'm a 4-0.
Are you 4.0?
No.
4-0? That's
4
what you
no.
are?
I have no idea.
Will you commit? Will you commit if you're not playing in the Final Four?
I was going to say no.
If
because
you're
making
not
the
playing in the Final
Oh,
Four,
wow.
will
Oh,
you
wow,
commit?
wow.
We need somebody to start this thing off. And I'm going to see Fewy
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Will you commit to playing in this?
Well,
we need
Hey,
you.
yeah. I'm going to let you talk to my agent, my NIL people, and we'll get back to you.
What is
Hey,
that?
Tommy, what if I say that your first round matchup is against Jeff and you can
let's go.
embarrass him?
Let's go.
You're in?
Ass whooping
Let's
for free.
go.
I'm in. That's it. Like no,
I've never
that
played
might be
singles,
like an
though.
exhibition match though. Like let's just put that center stage.
Oh, are you calling this one of those where teams go over to the Bahamas?
Yeah,
And
body bags.
Ask
You
him
know,
what
you know what a
happened.
body bag is?
yeah, I do.
You know what it is in pickleball?
Yeah, it's
Oh, a body bag would
Yeah.
be a shutout, I guess.
No.
What's a body bag?
Well, they're good. I can't wait to play it. I'm
What's
gonna
a
show you
body
about-
bag?
Well, you have to
ask
find
him
out.
what happened
I
when you
don't
played
know.
Tyler Hansbrough in ping pong. in the
Whatever.
Final
Whatever.
Four.
Let's move on.
But what do they call
Wait,
it?
wait. He
They-
knows what a body
21
bag
to
is,
3.
but he doesn't play
They,
pickleball.
what,
that
do
much.
they,
21
call,
to
they call
3.
it what do they call it when in ping pong when you hit somebody? It's like a stinger or something. Or you hit them
No,
with a-
you got to do the thing where you pick up.
Well-
Sure,
well,
there's a way of
a
playing.
body bag is when we're at the net in a firefight and
Yeah.
I hit one and it hits your body
Oh, got it.
and you
got
end
it.
up literally with a welt
With a
that'll be
welt?
there for 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
So you play. Who are you kidding?
No, I've been
You play
body
a
bagged a
lot.
lot.
You
Yeah,
play a
I've been on
lot.
the
Oh,
receiving
yeah.
end of a lot of those. Like when I'm done, it's like like I just got shot by a machine gun. A lot of days.
Have you played Fewy? Have you guys
Yeah,
played?
no, he's a really good player.
Is he better than you?
We played in Vegas because
Yeah.
we were down here for a USA basketball thing, and we didn't do great. We went to a park, and I think the first time we played this guy, I mean, it looked like to me like he had a hat on backwards with one of those wigs with fake hair under it. And then, no, I'm serious.
And he beat your
And
ass?
then they had another guy that was like a left-handed guy that was like it might have been Rafael Nadal, and we got smoked so bad.
Really?
And then we went over to another court. We're like, okay, let's go down to this other court. And we played this husband and wife, and I think they were from Korea. And like must have been like a professional badminton player. I've never seen. He was like, yeah. So anyways, we played together.
Okay.
We didn't have a lot of
All right,
success,
all right.
and he is a really good player.
Yeah.
But we probably, for us to play at that level, we probably need an alpha with us, and neither one of us were an alpha.
All right.
So
all right.
we need like a better player because in pickleball, like when
need
you play
a
doubles,
dude.
you play doubles, yeah. Well, you play with a good player,
Yeah.
and you basically let him cover 2/3 of the court,
Right.
and then you
And
just
neither
cover
one of
like
you
the,
could.
yeah.
Right. Neither one of you, those
Yeah,
guys.
but what happens?
Yeah.
Like the good players are smart. They hit the ball to the worst player
Right,
a lot.
every time.
So when I'm playing, I'm like, why do you guys keep hitting me the ball? Like, hit it to my teammate. He's better than me, but they don't. And so you just over and over again, you get the ball, and you're like, and it's so deflating when they hit the ball like 8 times in a row, and you finally dink one into the net. You're like, sorry. You just tell your partner like, and they
It's a
look
fun
at you.
sport, though.
Oh, it's
a fun
awesome. It's the
sport.
best.
Yeah, it is.
Can you play with your Achilles?
I'm okay. I'm fully healed. Fully healed now.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm healthy. I'm
But
ready. If you want to go out
definitely have really heavy, slow feet.
now, listen.
right?
If you actually very light on my feet.
He says he can still dunk a basketball.
Oh, here we go again.
And throw a football
Listen,
65.
I'm
yards.
ready now.
Oh,
I'm ready
what
now.
is it?
And run a sub 10
Yeah.
100
There's a-
meters.
there's
Cousin,
pickleball court.
Uncle, what was the guy? Uncle Rico?
Yeah.
Uncle
Yeah,
Rico, right there.
no,
Yes,
listen.
yes.
I'm told there's a pickleball court outside the Park MGM here, so I'm ready.
Yeah,
We'll
I mean,
find
I'm-
a couple paddles. Let's go.
What kind of paddle do you play with?
I got to buy a nice,
Okay,
good
yeah,
paddle,
you better,
like
yeah.
$100 paddle. I got to upgrade. So I actually borrowed a woman who I was playing with her paddle. It was like $250. I'm like, wow, this thing's
Okay.
nice. What do you got?
I mean, I have a
He's got
couple
few. He's got a
Eulas,
few.
and then I've been playing with this one of my. There's this guy there. I'm gonna give him a shout out.
Yep.
CJ, everyday CJ.
Okay.
This guy plays like 2 or 3 times a day.
Really?
I don't know how he runs his business, but he plays a lot of pickleball.
Maybe not well.
Yeah, no, he does. It's an indie. It's a car racing deal. He does fine. But he literally has 100 paddles.
Really?
And so we were hitting a couple days ago, and he's like, "Hey, try this one." And it's called a Grooven.
Groovin'?
GRU with the
Yeah.
2 dots over at
Yeah.
the end. And I played with it, and I was like,
It was good.
because
Really
I
good?
have a really nice
Yeah.
paddle, like a high end one.
And this one's even.
But this is what I figured out. it's probably for high end players.
Yeah,
And I'm not a high end
That's a good
player. Like I literally can't hit the sweet spot on this thing. So this other one, it's like one of these ones, like the sweet spot's the whole thing.
Really?
You know,
Yeah,
So
you
like,
need that.
I feel like I've got a little bit better control. So
All right, I'm gonna see you in a few weeks, November 10th.
where?
You don't know what you haven't circled November 10th on your calendar.
Hey! I just want to have a good practice.
November 10th.
Yeah,
Cameron.
November 10th.
Cameron.
It's Veterans
Cameron
Day,
Indoor.
right?
I think so. Yeah,
Oh,
Friday
so
night.
yeah,
It
hey,
is.
Come on, enjoy.
How about that?
Yeah.
I love that you're playing Duke. I do. I love the series.
Yeah, no, I'm excited.
I love that you've kind of gotten back to the Lute Olson way of non-conference scheduling. So I give you a lot of credit for that.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there.
Yeah, I mean,
Great
maybe
series.
we'll never schedule this way again. You know, who knows?
2 years.
But,
2 years. They got to come to you.
Do you remember what happened last time Caleb Love was in Cameron Indoor Stadium?
I do. I was there.
Yeah.
I do. That's right. He had a pretty good game.
Did he?
Pretty good win. Well, they beat K in his final home game.
Ended K's career.
Right. Final
But he
K's. He
played
kept
there-
playing after, but
he played
yes.
there last year, right?
We're pretending that year didn't happen.
Yeah.
Oh,
2 years.
okay. So we skipped last year.
Yeah, skip
yeah,
last
yeah.
year.
I don't know how last year
He
went.
redshirted
but-
last year.
But
at
He
Arizona.
might
I
wanna
imagine-
skip last
I didn't
year,
even
too.
think about that. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, we scheduled the game for it, but I'm
Yeah.
like, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be a little added element to this
Ooh,
game.
it will be.
So,
It'll be fun.
yeah.
It'll be fun.
He's going to go for 30, locking in right
The
now.
sport needs that, Tom.
Yeah, I know it does.
Like, honestly, I've said that over and over, and you're giving it. Like, I think that's the first big game of the week, and there should be one every single day. That, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I think that would be good for the sport.
I can't wait till you're the commissioner of college basketball.
I know. It's gonna happen.
Is
It's gonna
it?
happen.
Please don't
Yeah.
put that.
Yeah.
Please don't put that.
All right, we've taken you too long here, but
Appreciate you guys.
great seeing you.
Thank you.
All right,
Thanks,
and,
Tommy.
Yeah,
like
thank
I
you
said,
guys.
tell Caleb. Seriously, tell him I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, now
I'm not going to tell you what he's. Oh, no, I'm joking.
No,
I'm not
that's
gonna-
good. That's
I'm
good.
not.